All right.
Top comments, the new segment, cold take of the week here. Shout out to the champ from LA who thinks that Lad McConkey will need to work on his conditioning to separate in the NFL. Now, my favorite comment here from Harley, as he first accused me of being a goofball and then picks Bo Nix to be the next Justin Herbert, which is a strong take, my man. Kamren Kinchens, once viewed as an elite safety prospect, his stock has taken a slight tumble. He posted a 67.8 defensive grade, 162nd in the FBS, 69.4 run grade, and a 65.1 coverage grade in the 2023 season, compared to 90-plus grades in 2022. Unfortunately, he had some rough injuries this season, which played a part in his slowdown in production, but now it seems like he's going to take the next step and head to the NFL draft. So what is his value at the current moment? Should he still be considered a star safety prospect, or is he going to have to wait until day 2 or even possibly day 3? Let's take a look at the film. When you're looking for a starting safety, you need a guy who's physical, and Kinchens brings that. He's aligned as the single high safety here. The Aggies are running up the middle, and the play's going to work well. The blocks develop, and this is a situation where you need your safety to come up big. He's the difference between a touchdown and another down. A play like this is why you put your kids in the Oklahoma drill. Running back comes through untouched, full speed. Kinchens buckles up his pads, gets low, absorbs contact, and brings this back down. He didn't hesitate at all on this play. He brings good play strength and toughness, two important traits for his position. Later in the same game, big third and short. This time Cam's deployed close to the line of scrimmage. Split zone look across the formation, which means that the right tackle is taking Kinchens. A clear size mismatch, but once the ball is snapped, the smaller guy brings the energy. Kinchens attacks head on, shows good balance to stay upright, and gets under the block on his second effort. Creates penetration in the backfield, gets held and forces the back outside. A good look pre-snap on third and short goes terribly wrong because of an impressive play by the Miami safety. Now looking at his range, he can cover sideline to sideline, and it especially stands out when pursuing ball carriers. Here he is lined up in the box. The Seminoles run a fake jet sweep reverse and swing the ball out to Keon Coleman on a screen pass. Kinchens starts off as the linebacker on the other side of the field, completely away from where the ball is going. He diagnoses the action immediately, gets on his horse, evades the blocker, and beats Keon to the sideline. One of the best plays I've seen this year on film. If you can get this out of Kinchens consistently, he can be one of the best. Single high look, Cam's in the middle of the field. Miami used him all over, as his versatile skill set allows him to be effective in multiple alignments. The Seminoles drop a fake screen with a fade from the inside receiver as they're targeting the boundary and betting on the safety being late to get over. Cam does a good job of reading the QB's eyes, but once he figures the play out, his speed to the sideline is crazy. He closes so much distance and makes this a much tougher throw than it seemed like it was going to be pre-snap. He's also good in pursuit. He's active once the ball gets out of the QB's hands. His read and reactability is impressive. The Aggies swing out a screen to the trip side here. Cam starts about 6 yards off the ball. The receiver makes an awkward catch and doesn't turn upfield, and that little mistake allows Kinchens to come flying in and blow this play up. His speed allows him to shut down plays before they get going. More of the same versus Clemson. The Tigers run their own trip screen. Miami responds with a cover one man look, so Cam is over the number 3 wide receiver. As soon as the ball gets out, pursuit begins. Urgency, hunger, and finish. Kinchens brings that. Now let's look at his man coverage ability versus the Tigers, again lined up over the number 3 wideout in man coverage. The receiver's going to run an in route. With this coverage, Kinchens has no help to the near sideline, meaning the receiver has the pre-snap advantage as he can release in either direction. Cam maintains his neutral stance while diagnosing the receiver's pace and rhythm, feels him lean to the inside and explodes once the cut is made, showing good anticipation and closing quickness. Here the receiver tries a short out and up, expecting Cam to get greedy, but the safety stays disciplined, plays through the receiver, anticipates the movement, and puts himself in position to effect the pass, which he does. He's also got impressive ball skills. Playing as the deep safety here, the Aggies try to run an underneath tight end to catch the safety's eyes and then sneak a receiver deep. Cam stays put as the play develops, but the QB still throws up a deep ball. Kinchens turns his head to keep pace with the receiver, but look at how effortlessly he goes from watching the receiver to locating the ball and making a play on it. He can be a potential ball hawk. His versatility also extends to blitzing. 3rd down and 2 near the red zone. Defense needs to make a big stop, so they send Cam off the left edge to face the left tackle. By compressing the front in the middle of the field, it forces the tackle to reach out wide to account for the blitzing safety. Cam uses this to his advantage as he shakes the lineman, gets into the backfield, and gets in on the QB. He's decisive and physical. To the negatives of his game, angles and overcommitting. This is where his game falters. He doesn't always take the best angles in coverage or run support. Here he is in the middle of the field. The Seminoles drop an in route to the lone wide receiver on the weak side, who's a big possession style wideout. The Miami corner is playing soft press. The receiver releases inside, so it's likely that the QB isn't going to look to throw deep based on the context. In the safety position, Cam needs to gain depth and then drive on the in route in front of him. He turns his hips too much here instead of processing what's going on and anticipating something underneath. It leads to him whiffing on the player and almost allowing a big gain. Later in the same game, Miami stacks the box looking to stop the run. Off the play action, Florida State runs slants across the board. Due to the heavy blitz, all the defensive backs are in man coverage. Cam is responsible for the inside slant, but he gets greedy and tries to jump the adjacent slant, leaving his responsibility wide open. He overcommitted early. He needs to be more subtle with a decision like this. Effort. This is where the inconsistencies in his film come from. There are some plays where you wonder why you don't see that same burst and toughness. Option run here. The QB is going to hand it off to the running back down the middle. Kinchens is responsible for the QB on this play, but once the ball is handed off, he needs to get his helmet in there. The opponent is in the red zone. His lack of urgency and care here cost his team 6 points. First passing play of the game, Clemson is looking for a deep shot down the sideline. It's tough for Cam to cover that much ground in this scenario with the ball coming out so fast. As the ball's in the air, you see him begin to sprint over and then completely slow down. He needs to play until the whistle because the receiver could have caught this ball. Kinchens had a chance to at least make a quick tackle here. Now there's also missed tackles. This kind of coincides with his lack of effort at times. You'll see him not get low enough on a tackle, side swipe, things you don't want to see from a safety who can be a tone setter when he wants. This kind of stuff needs to get cleaned up, and hopefully that happens at the next level. Overall, Cam Kinchens has good size, is a good athlete, and can be a tone setter for an NFL defense. His versatile skill set allows him to be used in plenty of different alignments. He brings range and coverage, can play single high or half field technique effectively. He's rapid in pursuit, covers runs sideline to sideline, and can also shut down screen plays before they start. He can be over-aggressive and take bad angles, which leaves him susceptible to big plays in both coverage and in run support. His effort isn't always there, and you'll see drops in his performance. He's a fun player to watch and is a strong talent, but is still rough around the edges. I think his interviews during the pre-draft build-up will greatly impact his stock. Right now, based on film, I see him as a second-round prospect. He's got the upside of a first-round guy, but there are question marks surrounding him on the field. Let me know what you guys think about him in the comments section below and who you want to see in the next video. That's all from me, and I'm out.